Hi traders, welcome to another episode of the FX Weekly Analysis. If you are new and first time watching us, thank you. And I'd like to just quickly go through with you, what we basically do over here is that I'll be analyzing some of the pairs, looking through some of the market potentials, and also share with you how I do my market analysis. And hopefully through this video, you'll be able to pick up some technical skills onto how to analyze the market. And if you are those who have been following us for some time, I'd like to thank you for your support. And alright, I'd like to say that I'm not really feeling well for this whole weekend, so I'll be keeping this video short and might be going it through pretty quickly. So if you do have any questions, feel free to drop onto the comment, and then when I have the time and I'm feeling better, I'll be able to reply them to you. Right, so the first pair that I want to go through is the Aussie Japanese yen. If you look through at the Forex Factory events calendar, you can see that next week itself, a lot of high impact Aussie news are being lined up. Right, so that's why this week focus will be a lot on the Aussie pair itself. So the first one is the Aussie Japanese yen. And if you look at this chart, alright, this is on the hourly chart, and if you look at this chart, you'll be able to see a potential harmonic pattern. Right, so what's the pattern that we're going to look at? Right, you first need to pull a Fibonacci tool from your major swing leg. Alright, so this is a huge major swing leg, and you can see that the retracement comes in at the 61.8. So you have a retracement that touches the 618 level. You have a potential godly pattern. Alright, so this is how a godly pattern looks like. Alright, and it completes around the 786 level. Alright, and what I like to do is I like to drop a horizontal line at the completion and look left for structure level. So you can see that there's some bounces over here, 1, 2, 3, alright, 4 and 5. So that's why with this confluence, I would say that this harmonic pattern is a highly probable trade, because not only we have a completion of this pattern itself, but we have some confluences of structural level. Right, so if you're interested into taking this trade, let me pull out my tool. So you'll be entering it here, alright, around the 95.1 level, and your stops has to go below your X. So if your X is at the 94.60, I will put a 15 to 25 pips buffer. So let's say if you take 15, that will be 94.45. Alright, over here. And how I set my targets would be, I'll pull out my Fibonacci tool, from the A point all the way to the completion point. And my first target will naturally fall just below the 382 level. Alright, and of course I have my second target, which is just below the 618, and my stops will be the same. Alright, so that's how I trade a godly pattern. Okay, the next pair that I want to go through is the S&P 500. So if you look at this chart, we too have a potential harmonic pattern. Alright, but this time around, the pattern itself is no longer a godly, but a potential cipher pattern. Alright, so let me just pull a fib and check. Alright, so what we have over here is a potential cipher pattern. Alright, so how this cipher pattern looks like with this. Alright, so similarly, I like to draw a horizontal line at where the completion point is, and I look left. Alright, what I can see is there's one bounce here, alright, a few bounces over here, but there's some minor breaks, alright, maybe this is other fake breakouts. So this is to a highly probable trade that I will take. Alright, so similarly, if I would like to take this trade, my entry will be here. Alright, my stops will have to go above the X, so that is 21.22.4. I'll put it around 21.245. Alright, and your target will be similar, pulling from the extreme point to where the completion is, and my first target will be at the 382. Alright, and my second target is the same, alright, which is at the 618. Somewhere here. Alright, so that's a potential cipher pattern on the S&P 500. Right, the last pair that I want to go through in this video is the Aussie dollar. Right, so from this chart itself, you can see this huge bearish candle. This was due to last Friday NFP US data release. Alright, the data was really positive, and that pushes the whole Aussie pair down. Alright, mainly due to the US strength. Alright, and if you look at this, we can see that there's a break of structure over here. Alright, you see here previous support, turn resistance, then turn support, and now it has broken. So if price comes back up, we would assume that this structure will becomes a resistance. But we don't mainly just trade based on this, right? We like to pull a Fibonacci level. And what we can see is that this level coincides around the 618. Alright, so if I just pull slightly higher, you can see that it's very near the 618. And if you pull from the major swing leg, you can see that there is a Fibonacci alignment of the 38.2 as well. Alright, so with that, this level itself is where we will be keeping an eye on. Alright, and should price comes back up, that's where I'm going to take a short position around the 618 level. Alright, and my stops will have to go above this structure point. Alright, so if this is about 7725, I'll give it another 15 pips buffer. That will be 774. Alright, somewhere here. Alright, my first target will naturally go around here. Alright, the previous low. If you are more aggressive, you can target this low, alright, because there's some wicks over here, you might want to push it slightly higher. Alright, my second target, what I'll be doing is I'll be using a Fibonacci extension of this swing, alright, to track the 127 level. So that will be my second target. Alright, over here. And my stops will be the same. Alright, so that's how I trade kind of this structural break level. Alright, what I look for is a break of structure, support turn resistance or resistance turn support, and what I look for is an alignment of Fibonacci as well. Alright, so I hope that this illustration or this example will give you some insights into how you can trade and use this method as well. Alright, so just before I end off, I'd like to share with you some of the things that we do right over at FXP. We have launched this FXP trade signal for some time, and I would like to share with you that we'll be closing the buy-ins for the FXP founders because we are reaching the numbers soon, right? We released this close to 3 months back. Alright, and we are limited to 100 founders. So what I'm doing now is I'm just opening up these positions, all the way until end of June 2015. And I will take this number off, meaning, if it exceeds more than 100 in June, I'll still take you in. But the application for FXP founders will be closed by end of June itself. Alright, so what you gain being a founder is basically a lifetime access to all signals, as well as a revenue sharing. So meaning if you refer someone who sign up in terms of FXP Premier and they are active for every month, for the $49.90 subscription fee that they pay, you'll be getting $24.90. Alright, and of course we'll be doing a comprehensive coverage of all the 28 pairs, 3 commodities being gold, silver, and oil, as well as the indices, right? Mainly the S&P and the German DAX. Alright, so what I want to show you is also that how we track those signals are mainly through the Excel. So all the members will have access to this, and you can see how we like to keep these signals being transparent. Alright, so I wouldn't like to say that all trades are profitable. So what you can see, trades are being stopped out as well, some hitting both TP. Alright, but what I would like to share with you is that we like to be as transparent in terms of the performance of the trade, and if that month particularly, if it's not good and such, then we'll be looking into how we can improve on the performance as well. Alright, and I would like to share with you is that we do include the chart as well on TradingView, so you'll be able to learn as well why we took those trades, so you don't just blindly take the signals themselves. Right, and of course, being part of the founder, you'll be able to access this trade plan preview subscribers page. Alright, and over here you'll be able to see all the charts for the week itself. Alright, so with that, I'll see you again next week and have a happy pipping week.